Boom! What is up, guys? Financial Dan here, bringing you a video talking about NEO. Hasn't been covered that much by a lot of other people on YouTube lately, so I'm trying to bring you an update on it. It is once kind of considered, and it still is really the Chinese Ethereum in a certain sense, as it does a lot of the similar things, and it's backed by the Chinese government. Now, let's get into it. Has really not pumped up as much as a lot of other altcoins have, with Bitcoin rallying back up towards 50,000. So is it just sleeping? Could we see a big pump in it soon? And what does NEO have to offer, and what is coming up for NEO? All going to be covered in this video. Rum and Coke right here, but let's get right into it. Woo! Alrighty then. So NEO right now is sitting at the market cap of just shy of 4 billion, number 38 in the market ranking. If we take a look at the price here, one of the interesting things that I kind of noticed and compared, and I kind of alluded to in the intro, we're sitting right at $54 right here. The high around Bitcoin's high and everything close to May 10th, when it started to crash, was all the way up to 140. That's about 130% difference down to where we're at right now. We look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's up close to 50,000. It got just above 50,000 briefly and came back down a little bit. That's only 30% from its all-time highs. So NEO's kind of sleeping a little bit, as in the fact that it hasn't been pulled up yet to the same level Bitcoin's at. Now, looking closer at just the technicals on NEO, we're seeing it kind of come up and come down and come up and come down and stick around this $50 basically to $60 range, 50 to 60. It's bouncing up and down in there right now. And if we take a look back here in the past, it bounced up and down at 50 and 60 back in June, and it held a little bit of resistance at that 60 level mark back in April before it really shot up. Even in the last bull market for it in 2018, it shot past these values here in the 50 to 60s. It never hovered around a value of $80 or $75. It always would rocket past it. So it's very likely, not a financial advisor, gotta throw the disclaimer in there. Don't do what I do. Do your own research. I'm just showing you some cool stuff. That NEO typically will rocket through these values. It holds these, like, look at this. This happened in April, happened back in May, June, and it's happening again now. It's being held a little bit at these 50 to 60 range. And if Bitcoin can push towards its all-time high in through the mid-50,000s and past that all-time high that it held itself, it's very possible that we're going to see the same exponential growth we saw here back in April, and having it shoot back towards where it was at its all-time highs. That's one of the reasons why I'm covering this, because this is one of the altcoins that I've done some research on, that it's sleeping a little bit in compared to where Bitcoin has pumped back up to and where we're possibly heading. So that's why I'll bring it to your attention and let you guys know about it, so that you can possibly take a look at getting in on it. So yeah, so we're sitting here at this range, like I mentioned, where we've just been at multiple times before. And another thing to note, so let's look into NEO's website. They got a little bit of a roadmap right up here on the front of it. They're looking into getting into their N3, their early bird migration, which is now open, mass migration. And a big thing, kind kind of surprising to me that Neo's on, that they kind of boast about, is their governance and the way that it's set up with voting. It's controlled by China, and it's very emphasized on voting for the counselors, which is awesome. So if we take a look here, Neo is very self-sufficient, independent, I guess you could say. Oracle. It's a built-in Oracle, enabling secured access to any off-chain data. So they're not partnering with Chainlink, which is another one of the cryptos that I like quite a bit. They got a lot of other features, which is all integral to Neo itself. An interesting thing about Neo too is that the smart contracts themselves, you can write in C++, Python, Java, or TypeScript. You don't need a special programming language like Cardano and like you might see with other cryptocurrencies. So that's very neat too. So, and the other thing is the dual tokens. So Neo is the token kind of for the governance of everything. The gas token is what pays for things on that chain itself. So gas is actually what you get for holding Neo and for being responsible with Neo, is what they're trying to reward you with. Because if you look here, if you just hold Neo, you'll get 1% gas per month, 0.01 gas per month if you held 10 Neo. I put this at just kind of a reasonable amount, because right now 10 Neo, we take a look here, let's see, Neo price is at 55, so 10 Neo you're looking at $560, shy of $600. You're looking at 1% gas per month for holding Neo. But however, if you're looking into voting and you have it on the wallet for governance participation and you vote, they bump you all the way up to 35%, 0.35 gas per month. Now, the reason why I'm bullish about this, 0.35 gas per month, is gas right now is at $10. Right now, it's right around that $10. It's $10.77 a second ago. Last time I looked at it, it's just shy of 10 right now. If you take a look back in history in the 2018 bull market for Neo, gas was about half the price of what Neo was at, and Neo was pushing 200. So gas was pushing $100. That's a 10x from right here. So if we see Neo kind of catch up, if we see gas kind of catch up to where it's close to 50% of what Neo is, as well as with Neo pumping, there could be some big potential in gas pumping up here, the token for Neo, not to be confused with Ethereum gas. So that's one of the reasons why it could be beneficial, really to get yourself some Neo, hold it long term, gain yourself some gas, and gas rockets up in price. Take some sweet crypto profits. So something to look into. Just scrolling down their website, on-chain governance. There's a lot of videos on how to vote. It was one of the big things on their Twitter page as well, was just looking into information on how to vote. Neo News here, information on the Twitter page on how to vote, global contributors, a lot of people, and then look at here, like all across the world, Neo Enterprise, Seattle, Washington, Brazil, Switzerland, Russia, and of course lots in China. And the latest news, meet your Neo Council community candidates. Big promotion, like I said, on voting, early bird migration, and all a big push on this N3 of the Neo. And that's a big thing, right here. They got on their website, N3, Neo Unleashed. You can take the tour. They talk about the multi-language support, like I mentioned before, how you can use Python, Java, and all that for the smart contracts, decentralized storage that they have on in with itself as well, benefits, no compromises. They talked about the native oracle, like I mentioned, no chain link, self-sovereign identity through NeoID, domain name service. You can flip through these: advanced interoperability, one block finality, dual token model with the gas token. I mentioned that. Best in class tooling. The crown jewel of Neo's developer experience is Neo Blockchain's toolkit for VS Code, built by Microsoft alumni at NGD Enterprise. Very interesting. Jump right into N3. So, this is all very current stuff. This has been updated recently. Their Twitter is very current, obviously, with lots of new things. Their followers have been going up. They're always almost at 200,000 on the Neo News, and on the token themselves, they're almost at 500,000 followers on Twitter. Neo could be a token that's sleeping a little bit here, and may not be a bad one to get into. So China's crypto, Neo versus ETH, how do they compare? You can see here another article published not too long ago on how comparing Neo to Ethereum. And we all know Ethereum is at $3,000 and is huge. And this is really kind of a similar aspect to Ethereum, but obviously backed by China and a Chinese thing. Now, one of the reasons, disclaimer here, on why Neo possibly has not pumped as much as other altcoins in comparative to Bitcoin is, I'm not sure if you've heard of it, and surprisingly, it wasn't published very much. It was one of the biggest crypto hacks so far, is on the Polychain network. Hackers stole and returned $600 million. Whew, that's a lot of money. And this Poly network was actually... This Poly network was founded by the Chinese entrepreneur Da Hongfei, who is currently CEO of Neo. So I'm not sure if a lot of people have made that connection yet. I'm not sure if that's news to you, but the biggest crypto hack was, I'm not going to say his fault, but under the same guy who is the CEO of Neo. Now, at the same time, this crypto hack, the hackers did return the tokens. In a certain sense, they're almost white hat ethical hackers, I guess you could say, in a sense, because they could have done anything with those tokens. They could have split up into very small transactions into a bunch of different wallets, and then hit it with Monero and got into other currencies and cashed it out. But they've sent, I think, like 99% of it back. So it's very interesting that they've done that. But the hack was, in a certain sense, that Poly network was part of the Poly network founded by the same CEO of Neo. Just a disclaimer there. But the crypto market really didn't react much from it. It was kind of swept by. It's being returned. I'm not sure if they've learned from their lessons and whatnot, but not sure if that's related to where Neo's price is at. But we know Neo's price is sleeping, like I said, a little bit. It could be pumping up, and just thought I'd give you some information on it. Hope it helped. Let me know what your Neo price prediction is. Comments, ask me questions. Let me know what you want to know more about. Give me some questions. What crypto are you interested in? What are you invested in? Where have you lost money? Where have you made money? Please subscribe. Please like. And help me grow this channel so that I can give you more info, more tips, and just make it better. All right, guys. Peace out.